दोपहर के 1:30 बजे हैं और जैसे जैसे टैली में नंबर्स ऊपर नीचे हो रहे हैं वैसे वैसे ही बड़े बड़े नेताओं की धड़कनें भी ऊपर नीचे जरूर हो रही होंगी। एनडीए के जो ताजा आंकड़े हैं वो 125, महागठबंधन अब बढ़कर 105 पर पहुंच गई है और एलजेपी का आंकड़ा घटा है। 3 सीटों पर बढ़त दिखाई दे रही है जबकि अन्य के खाते में 10 हैं।
बिल्कुल। और इस बीच एक बड़ी खबर आपको बता दें, बिहार चुनाव के नतीजों पर कैलाश विजयवर्गीय ने बड़ा बयान दिया है। उन्होंने कहा है कि बिहार में जीत एनडीए की ही होगी। शुरुआती रुझानों ने थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूज किया था। बिहार में नीतीश एक चेहरा है लेकिन जो फैक्टर है वो मोदी हैं, यानी कि इस बयान का मतलब हम समझे तो वो सीधे तौर पर यह कह रहे हैं कि ये जीत नरेंद्र मोदी की जीत है, ये नरेंद्र मोदी के चेहरे की जीत है। सुनिए क्या कहा कैलाश विजयवर्गीय ने।
हमें तो पहले से ही विश्वास था कि एनडीए की सरकार बनेगी, पर एग्जिट पोल ने जरा कंफ्यूजन जरूर डाल दिया था समाज के अंदर। पर हमारे नेताओं को विश्वास था कि सरकार एनडीए की बनेगी। जितने भी बाई इलेक्शन हुए, मध्य प्रदेश, उत्तर प्रदेश, गुजरात, सब जगह बीजेपी का स्ट्राइक रेट बहुत अच्छा है। बिहार में भी बीजेपी का स्ट्राइक रेट बहुत अच्छा है। वहाँ निश्चित रूप से हम नीतीश जी के नेतृत्व में चुनाव लड़े, पर मोदी जी फैक्टर पर पूरे देश में काम किया। तो आज भी मोदी जी का प्रभाव देश के अंदर है, मतदाताओं पर है।
Smoothly at Bihar as well as for the bypolls in the 54 assembly constituencies and the single parliamentary constituency bypoll in Bihar. It is going on smoothly. We are here to share with you the arrangements that have been made and the processes that are being followed. I'll quickly request my colleague Mr. Ashish Kundra to give a brief on that.
Good afternoon. As all of you are aware that the counting in Bihar is happening and the data is captured periodically round-wise, which is entered on our ECI portal, and all of you can access that data either through the voter helpline application or through the website eci.results.gov.in. And this data is getting updated very fast, and of course, I need not share the current trends with you because that is available with all of you. But needless to say that there has been absolutely glitch-free counting process so far, and from all across Bihar. So far, what we have been able to gauge is that about slightly more than 1 crore votes have been counted in Bihar, which means that there is significant ground to be covered yet, and I think so far there are no issues which have come to our notice from any quarters. But if you want some specific figures, if anybody wants, we'll be happy to share with all of you. But I think
I'll request Chandbhushan to give a brief on counting at Bihar.
Good afternoon, friends. As you are aware, this time we have close to 63% increase in number of polling booths because in view of COVID-19 requirements, Commission decided to limit the number of electors at each booth to 1,000 from 1,500. And so the number of booths gone up from 65,000 to 1.06 lakh, and it means the 1.06 lakh number of EVMs to be counted. Also, you would be aware that in our broad guideline issued on 21st of August 2020, we decided to have the limit of tables in a particular hall to 7. Earlier it used to be 14 in general. However, to observe the parameters related to social distancing and requirement of presence of counting agents, etc., it was decided. But also on ground, state, our election machinery, they increased the number of locations. In fact, in 2015, the counting took place at 38 locations, and this time the counting is happening at 55 locations. And also in each of the ACs, either the bigger hall has been taken or there has been the counting in more than one hall. So in all cases, actually in all ACs, the counting is happening at invariably at 14 tables, and the number of rounds are ranging from lowest 19 rounds to 51 rounds in Bihar in different ACs. So the approximate average for Bihar would be close to 35 per AC number of rounds in for the final results. So this is the broad picture, and our counting machinery on ground is doing our work very diligently without any glitch, as already pointed out by our colleagues here. And we hope to finish the counting as per the procedure late tonight. Thank you.
We have some questions from media. The first question is from Ritika Chopra of Indian Express. Can the Deputy Election Commissioner please list out the differences between a conventional counting process and the Bihar counting on account of COVID-19?
I will take up this particular question. As I mentioned already, that in terms of counting, Commission prescribed to you can say that decongest the particular counting hall, and it has limited the number of tables in each of the halls. So that is one change which has happened in from earlier occasion. Also, the number of locations have gone up so that the counting process goes smoothly and at more number of locations to take care of this additional need. Otherwise, all the processes related to counting or instructions related to counting are the same which used to be earlier in terms of counting of EVMs or postal ballots.
Another question is, how many rounds of counting have finished by 1 p.m. and under normal circumstances, how many rounds of counting would have been finished by now?
I think every AC, the round depends upon the number of polling booths which it has. So it would be very difficult to answer specifically related to these issues. Also, the on an average kind of situation, it depends. When you start counting early and then when you go in the motion, then again the time variation may happen, kind of thing. So it's a very difficult to put a specific number to this kind of situation.
There's a question on postal ballots. How many postal ballots were received this time? And please provide a corresponding figure for the 2015 election.
I can share one particular input related to postal ballot, that as per law, all postal ballots received till 8 a.m. today on the day of counting are to be taken up for counting. So it means the postal ballots received at the counting center till 8 o'clock in the morning today, it needs to be taken up for counting. So the data related to that would be available at the level of concerned returning officer at present.
I can only add that for service voters, about 1.6 lakh ballots were dispatched, and the data, I think, as Mr. Chandrabhushan has said, is to be collated, but about 50,000, more than 50,000 service voters' votes have been received in the RO's offices.
So we have a question in Hindi. मतगणना क्या धीमी चल रही है? कितना समय लग सकता है फाइनल रिजल्ट आने में?
मतगणना धीमी नहीं चल रही है, मतगणना की रफ्तार वही है। जैसा कि मैंने बताया कि चूंकि ज़्यादा ईवीएम की काउंटिंग होनी है, तो हो सकता है थोड़ा समय उसके लिए ज़रूर लगेगा, क्योंकि आप ये भी जानते होंगे कि 2015 के मुकाबले हर चीज़ में बढ़ोतरी हुई है। आपके नंबर ऑफ जो मतदान केंद्र हैं वो बढ़ गए हैं, इसीलिए ईवीएम मशीनें जो काउंट होनी है वो बढ़ गई हैं आपकी। पोस्टल बैलेट में जो है उसमें भी नंबर पहले से इजाफा हुआ है। हालांकि इन सबको ध्यान में रखते हुए हमने अतिरिक्त जो केंद्र है वो भी बनाए हैं, पर फिर भी थोड़ा बहुत जो समय ज़्यादा काउंट के कारण रहेगा वो रहेगा। इसमें कहीं पे धीमी गति से मतगणना करने की बात कहीं से नहीं आती है।
One last question from Madhav of Times Now. The question is, EVM doubters continue to raise questions about whether it can be hacked. Certain leaders raised doubts during the campaign too. What is ECI's response to these statements?
It has been clarified time and again that EVMs are absolutely robust and tamper-proof. Even Honorable Supreme Court has upheld the integrity of EVMs more than once. In fact, the Election Commission of India had also offered EVM challenge, inviting all political parties in 2017. The integrity of EVMs is absolutely without any doubt and merits no further clarification. Thank you.
One question on the number of EVM machines. How many machines more this year compared to 2015?
As in case of Bihar, I already told that at that time we had 65,000 polling booths. So naturally corresponding number of EVMs related to those many booths. And this time we have 1.06 lakhs polling booths. So accordingly we will have corresponding number of EVMs related to that for counting purposes.
Chandrabhushan sir, I have one question. This is Ritika from the Indian Express. I'm sorry, it's probably it's a very basic question. Mr. Kundra had said that you all have roughly counted about over 1 crore votes till now. As opposed to how many polls? Can you give us a total poll figure in terms of votes? How many votes polled this time?
See, as already told that we have the data coming even today morning at the level of RO for the postal ballot. So the total number of votes polled actually, which is
will do.
Yeah.
An approximate figure will do. We don't need an exact figure, but approximately the total number of votes. So that at least we can write 1 crore out of say whatever 4 crore votes like that.
See, we have already said that we had a 57.09% of polling overall in Bihar, and the number of total electors in Bihar were 7.3 crores. So accordingly one can do the estimation related to that.
Thank you. Thank you, friends. That's all we have time for at the moment. We shall of course be back later in the day for another such interaction. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
तो इलेक्शन कमीशन की प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस को आप सुन रहे थे, जिसमें उन्होंने साफ तौर पर अभी तक के जो फिगर्स हैं उनको शेयर किया है और बताया कि अब तक 25% वोटों की गिनती हो गई है, यानी कि 1/4 वोटों की गिनती हुई है, अभी भी 3/4 वोटों की गिनती होना बाकी है। इन नंबर्स ये बताया गया इलेक्शन कमीशन की तरफ से कि करीब 1 करोड़ वोटों की गिनती का काम पूरा कर लिया गया है, लेकिन अभी भी 1,20,000 ईवीएम में वोटों की गिनती होना बाकी है और यही वजह है कि नतीजे पूरी तरह से साफ होने में अभी देर लगेगी और देर रात तक ये काउंटिंग जारी रह सकती है और देर रात को ही नतीजे पूरी तरीके से क्लियर हो पाएंगे। यानी कि अभी भी अगर देखा जाए तो बहुत कुछ बचा हुआ है बिहार के नतीजे सामने आने में।
3 करोड़ वोट अभी काउंट होने बचे हुए हैं। यूं कहें कि काउंटिंग उनकी जारी है। राणेश्वर जी भी हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं, तमाम मेहमान हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं इस वक्त।